No, I don't think. Except for it can. It's
How so? Because I know these girls fall when they wear
because
heels.
of the heels. Yes, yeah, not big. Definitely, if it's a malfunction of shoes,
Right.
it can't happen to a guy. But maybe let's say they fall ill or something, and it can happen.
There's some
There
sort
are
of reason,
possibilities.
but we can't
you
figure
know.
out what the reason
If
is.
the ramp is not up to the standard,
I think most times that's the case. If the ramp is not set up properly,
Right.
you can trip. If steps are not, properly done, you can trip. If your heel gets caught in something, for a girl, yes.
sometimes it's
sometimes you
not
have
the
to-
model's fault.
Yeah,
Okay.
most times I think. Yeah. And for boys, I suppose you just trip on your own feet sometimes when you turn.
Maybe.
When you get nervous, sometimes maybe that happens,
Yeah.
but very rarely, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, Adrian, you never told us what your favorite thing about fashion was. Apart from talking to
Apart
people.
from meeting people,
Yeah.
spotlight, the fame, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you get that. So, I mean, okay, for a person aspiring to be a fashion stylist, how would they do this now?
Well, in Sri Lanka, I'm not very sure whether we have a school that actually has a subject which is styling. This would be a good thing, I think. I'm saying it out, yeah,
to all
suggestion
the
to all the
institutions
schools,
out there.
which is important. Even if you have like a very short course for design students to have a little bit of styling background,
Right.
it helps.
Okay.
For a designer, it always helps. Because I studied design and I'm a designer, and I know how important it is to have a little bit of knowledge of styling.
Right.
So even if it is a student going into a new school, coming out of a new school, it's always important just to get a little brief introduction into styling, because they can then, if they do work with the stylist, they can translate and actually tell the stylist what they want.
Right. What about you, Adrian? What are your thoughts on a person aspiring to be a model, especially if it's a male model here in Sri Lanka?
Models, they have a lot of openings. They have a lot of schools that they will have where they can learn, and there is a lot of opportunities. A lot of brands are opening up for fashion.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot of opportunities for male models, and there is not enough. I think there is not enough people in the industry. Like, they are willing to, but they are scared. I would like to say, go out there, learn about it, understand the industry, and get yourself involved. And there's a lot of opportunities. I think there's plenty of opportunities. So first try to learn, and always practice makes perfect. So.
Right. So now since you brought up practicing, how do you practice, Adrian? Do you practice in front of a mirror like an actor would in front of a mirror?
I studied. I learned. I went for an academy. There are academies of modeling in Sri Lanka, so I went for an academy. I trained under professional, and then got somewhat of a background about modeling, and I learned a lot of things which I didn't know, what some individual can tell you is very important, in the sense like their knowledge is very important, in the sense you will not pick it up like by your own sometimes. And then also you should do your part. I think we should learn by go there, you have to have that drive to learn. Then I think I do, like we have to, otherwise the more you stay in touch, the more you become better at it.
Right.
It's not just walking up and down a ramp, is it?
It's
there's
not.
so much that goes
There
into
is
it.
a lot.
And although you mentioned that you stumbled into this career sort of by accident, you worked hard to get where you are today.
Yes,
And that's
we all
important.
do. I think every one of us does. And it's not basically to give a general idea. It's not what you see out there. There's a lot going on in the background. There's a lot of, as he said, there's a lot of things involved, and there's so many things but the general audience doesn't see. So that's, I guess, the hard part. Out there is like the sleek, nice.
Yes, all the hard work's behind the scenes. Yes.
And Azad knows. He's talking from experience.
And models are not just pretty face also. I mean, they need to have common sense, personality, because it's not just walking on the ramp, but it's making sure that you walk on the ramp on the right lines, where to stop, where to turn, how to project, how to show up, how many seconds to be there in front of the camera, then to turn back to it's precision, believe me, sometimes. And when I see choreographers and art directors shouting in models, sometimes I do understand why they're doing it, because it has to be done that way. It's so accurate, you know. And people always think, oh, he's sitting there, he's standing there, he's walking. It's just walking.
Right.
You know, it's not really that hard. It is hard. It's a lot of precision.
And it takes a lot of coordination.
It
and a lot
obviously,
of hard
if you were to make a mistake, the next person coming in is going to make a mistake, and it just sort of snowballs right to the end.
There
So-
have been, yes, like I think there is a certain mindset, like people believe models are just looks, just a figure, but there's a mindset because coordinating with people like them, choreographers, and there's a lot there. You should do some loyalty to the brand you present, as well as like mistakes. Let's say someone mistime it, it's all about timing, mistime it, you should be able to cover it up.
Yeah.
Let's say as you asked me a question earlier, like if someone falls down, how you're gonna put it up? Like, are you gonna just run out of the stage?
Yeah, or how are you going to
Or
stack
are
it
you
up?
gonna
And
Alright, so I think we need to like wrap up this segment. So I think we've broken a lot of stereotypes
Yes, we
on
have.
the show today.
Right
And
after
given
that
some-
film Zoolander came out, way back in 2001. Haha, they portrayed male models to be feminine. But now we've moved past that and we've gotten the insights on what it is all about.
Yeah, and we've got some in-depth information. I mean, it's not just a shallow, superficial industry.
It's
There's a lot of work that goes into it.
a lot of hard work.
A lot of hard work, people. Make sure you make note of that. So thank you, Azad and Adrian, for taking
Thank
some
you.
time
Thank
out
you
this
for
morning.
having us. Thank you for being on the show.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
And after the break, I'll be joined by two gentlemen who are here from the SOS Children's Villages to speak to you about a very worthy cause that they're supporting. So do stay with us here on Good Morning Sri Lanka. And you're back with us after the break on Good Morning Sri Lanka. I'm Amaya. And what do you think you can do to change the world? I mean, sometimes we all want to make a positive change in the world, but you feel that no matter what you do, it's just a drop in the ocean. But nevertheless, you have to remember that every little does count. And here with me in the studio, I have two gentlemen who are representing an organization that's doing a vast amount of good for the children who are in Sri Lanka. Now, with them, under them, they have over 4,000 children who they are helping and supporting at the moment. And they are here representing the SOS Children's Villages in Sri Lanka. So good morning to you, sir. I have Mr. Ananda Karunaratna and Mr. Divakar Ratnadure.
Good morning
So
to you. Good morning, Amma.
Welcome to the show. And how has your morning been so far?
Good. Seems to be
Good.
fresh and nice.
And let's go on into your organization. How are you involved in the SOS Children's Villages?
I hold the position of National Director. And I hold the position of Deputy National Director, and I also work as a Director Programs.
I see. So this is an organization that is actually a global based organization in over 133 countries, isn't it?
Yeah.
And tell us about the history of it in Sri Lanka. When did it start up here? And
In Sri Lanka, we started 34 years before, and I think in 80s with the first village in Piliandala, and gradually the programs have been extended to other parts of the country. Today we have 5 children's villages. The 6th one is under construction in Jaffna, and about 45 ancillary projects all over the island.
all right. So tell us, what is SOS Children's Villages? What does this organization do?
SOS Children's Village is a child development program originated in Austria by the end of Second World War.
Oh, I see.
The concept is based on 4 principles: the mother, brothers and sisters, the family, and the village. Those are the 4 principles based on which the organization operates.
And this is true globally, throughout. That's what you
throughout,
maintain.
yeah,
Same in Sri
worldwide,
Lanka.
same concept.
All right.
What we do is we provide total care for the children who have lost their parents, and support families where children are at risk of losing their parental care.
I see. So it's a two-pronged thing.
Yeah.
You support children in the villages as well as...
We go to the communities and find families where children are at risk, and we help those families to keep the children in their families without sending them to institutions and other places.
I see. And Divakar, can you tell us about what other programs SOS Children's Villages carry out? And
yeah, well, basically, as Mr. Anand said, those are the two main programs where we support children who have lost the parents, but the difference is they are looked after by a mother, and it's a long-term family care, and they live in this village when they come as a baby, and they'll go into the society, grow up, and then they go into the society. The second one, as he said, the children who are at the risk of losing the parental care, we support the families to make them very strong so that they don't lose the parents. So these are the two main programs. Out of this, we have other programs such as education plays a major role, because each and every child is given education. Maybe we do have we have our own school in Piliandala, which is called Herman Minor School, which is affiliated with the government. Other than that, all the other places, they go to schools in the area.
I see.
And other than this, we do have capacity building where we give the children on child rights, education on child protection. So many programs are going on to give capacity building. And the third one also, we have started doing advocacy, which is to see proper rules are there so that the children are having enough freedom to live in this Sri Lanka in a proper way and grow up to the society. So these are some of the programs which is coming under the program. But coming back to the first one is the main one, where the children who have lost the parents, they come into the children's village and they live in a family where they call the mother as Amma in our own way.
Yes.
So this is the difference between the other places and SOS Children's Village.
Because sometimes they call matron or warden, nothing like that. They are called Amma.
This has a very close family bonding.
I see.
Not only to the mother, even for us, they call uncle. So that shows that we have a very close bond. And also they grow up in this village. They go to school. They go up to the O levels. They pass the O levels, go to A levels. Some have gone to the universities. Some have done very well in universities. Some have gone even abroad and done their studies. And at present, in SOS Children's Village, we have about 1,000 children, and about 3,000 children in the other program, where in the Families of Origin program.
Right.
So all these children are under the education program as well. And I must also say that after these 33 years, around 1,000 children have gone into the society. And at the moment, we have the numbers are around 460 youth have got married from the Children's Village and gone into the society.
I see. So they lead completely normal lives. And what age groups do you have within the village, and at what age are they sent out into society in the way?
As usual, we admit children under 10 years, but if they are natural siblings, we break this rule and go and admit all the children, because they have lost their parents. At least they can live together. Of course, as the normal law says, after 18 they are they can be independent, but still we have a family bond, so they have family connections, and we support them further in the education, as well as if they need something else, maybe vocational training, maybe some diplomas, degrees, so on.
So they are fully supported by the village.
They are fully supported by the program SOS Children's Villages.
I see. And what are the challenges that you face in this organization?